Only 2,105 pounds, one owner, originally sold just down the street at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. An A122S Rockwood A-frame landing here at Advantage One RV Brokers. And this is where we sell RVs on behalf of private individuals. But don't worry, we can still do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, RV delivery, and everything in between. So as far as you're concerned, it's just another used RV for sale. And man, is it a nice one. Now, one of the coolest things about this is these folks had outfitted this with a Prodigy RF brake controller. All the hardware is included. What that means is that if you have a vehicle like an SUV or say like a Subaru Outback or something like that, that isn't really friendly to adding a conventional hardwired brake controller, it's a wireless brake controller system. That means nobody is going to have to go cutting into your car's electrical system just to make the brakes work on this here trailer. Pretty darn slick. And one of the things I appreciate about these is just the windows, the skylights, the views, the visibility. You can see everywhere. I mean, I don't care where you're sitting. You can hear a noise, you can look around anywhere. But these things all close. If you want to keep the sunshine, the nosy neighbors out, you can do that. I like also, this is the generation where they started putting a real window with a vent in the entry door. Nice little touch there. Now, what's kind of cool about this, like, you look at it and you're going, it's going to be a little tight for, if I have guests over, just me and the missus or, whoever, you and your partner, you're going to think, oh, we'll be fine, but we won't be able to entertain guests. You can sit all the way to that front wall in these things. Your head will kind of slide in that skylight a little bit, but they're like 8 inches deep. They're way bigger than you would think. You'll kind of notice that when we go back outside. They're quite bubbly. And it's kind of like looking out the porthole of a submarine. It's actually kind of cool. Now, the storage below this dinette bench over here is actually accessible from the exterior. And you see how this is a very clean, well kept inside and out. It really wasn't used that much. Table's fully free floating. You could frankly take that outside and use it for picnic time if you want. There is not storage below this bench because this is where you have a whole bunch of your systems, like the furnace, there's some power outlets, all like converter box, all kinds of things are down there, including some speakers for your stereo system. Now up top, you have the first of two kind of cooling methods in the RV. You've got a 12-volt powered big XL Max Air vent fan, and that thing will just churn a bunch of airflow out of this thing, which is really, really handy when you have these large sliding windows open. Down below that, it's got a very compact but effective kitchenette. The sink and the stove both with covers to give you, whatever horizontal prep space you could possibly get. And down below that, we have our 3-way fridge. This is a 12-volt, 110, and propane fridge. Now, it's an absorption fridge, so that means cold, colder, coldest. It's not like a compressor fridge like you find in a lot of the newer RVs down at Haylett RV down the street from here. But this over here, I said that 12-volt fan was one of two cooling methods. This is the other one. This is also one of two heating methods in this RV. This is called the Dometic Cool Cat. Basically, it's a bi-directional heat pump. It can either act as an electric air conditioner, very similar to what you might install in the window of a home, for instance, or an electric heater. It can kind of split the molecules, hot and cold, and go both directions. But this RV also does have a propane furnace, so if you're in the park, this will take care of you. If you're out of the park, you still got 12-volt and propane to keep you warm or cool. This is a 54 by 80 bed, as I recall. It's slightly narrow, but it is a full 80-inch length bed, so a taller person on me can be just fine here. And if you're a little claustrophobic, interestingly, the bunk, or the bed space against the wall is like the best place to be, because when you pull that shade out of the way, you're staring straight up at the sky, and you will feel anything but closed in here. Now down below, we've got TV hookups. We've got our AM, FM, Bluetooth, and HDMI equipped stereo system, and a handy microwave, which is kind of like a travel trailer feature that you find here in this pop-up camper. And to give you an idea how little this was used, it was used absolutely not at all. All the original little accessories, including the giant Forest River Zombie Slayer spatula for the Zombie Apocalypse Squad, is here. You can tell by the burners, the grill. That was never used. That is basically brand new, which is really, really cool. And I mean, look at the gleam and the sheen on the wall here. There's no weathering. This had to have been stored like indoors or under a cover or something like that. This is exactly what you want to try to find on a used RV, something like this. I call it time capsule condition, where it looks like somebody, you know, buried it in a time capsule and then dug it up from a hermetically sealed container. Now, up here, you can see you've got the ProRack mounting system, these bars. Those are good. There's kayak mounts, bike mounts, all kinds of different cargo pod mounts that can go up there, but you don't have to do anything with it. What I do think you're going to enjoy, though, for sure, is this huge front storage trunk. And it's accessible via access doors on both sides, so it's actually got 3 points of ease accessibility. This has dual propane tanks with an auto changeover regulator, which is like a travel trailer feature that you find here on this folding, sometimes called pop-up camper. And that's what's kind of cool about these. If you're really looking at it, it's just a travel trailer with folding walls. It has not a lot in common with a conventional pop-up. It just happens to technically be in the class of one because of the folding wall system there. Now, I mentioned this previously, but I want to circle back to the Prodigy RF brake controller. Again, that's several hundreds of dollars of hardware and labor that is already built into this RV that you're just not gonna have to worry about. This has all LED tail and marker lights. The tires look good. Outside utility shower above that tire, by the way. I mean, it's campsite ready right now. Hit the road, get going. And kind of like we talked about inside, 360-degree viewing in these. Like a lot of times in travel trailers and fifth wheels, people really want to know, like, hey, can I look at the campsite of my RV? This thing can look at every side of your RV. Spare tires never seen the light of day. And is that the Wi-Fi Ranger, or is this camper just happy to see me? Gotta remember, it's just camping. Gotta have a little fun. And that's what we're all about at Haylett RV, and especially down here at Advantage One RV Brokers, guys. We just want to help people have a good time, give you information on what we're looking at, be happy to earn your business. I'm sure you have additional questions. I'm sure we have additional answers. All we need is a fair opportunity to work with you. So, whether you need hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, RV delivery, or everything in between, give us a call. We do it all. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.